Hi and welcome to This Is Your Life. We're out here at Sydney's Eastern Creek Raceway for a celebrity car race in aid of the Variety Club. Now, our guest of honour is out on the track right now, and he's always been a fast mover. He started with nothing and just through sheer guts and determination fought his way into the international record books. Now, he's due to finish his laps any second, and that's when we're going to surprise him. Come along.
5 years, he'll consider his options.
Is that fun or what?
Hey, Jeffrey, how are you?
Angry and I have decided to buy a new car, but we need the driver as well to drive us around. It's not just the Volvo, we need Brocky with us.
The new racing team.
And listen, you just think you're here racing, don't you?
Stitched up.
Jeff Fenech, this is your life. You don't like surprises much, do you?
I wonder why he'd have a day off work now. I have been punched in the head a lot. Let's do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Jeff Fenech. Thank you. Jeff, your life reads like a movie script in many ways. From the streets of western suburbs in Sydney, you've gone right to the top to become the only Australian boxer to ever win 3 world titles in separate weight divisions. And that's quite a feat. And also it just shows that a street kid, if he really wants to, will always follow his dream.
Jeff, you've shown us the power of one.
The man whose book is one of the few that you've ever managed to finish, Bryce Courtney. Well done. That's Bryce.
Lovely to see you, mate.
Thank you very much. Now, you wrote Jeff a particularly touching letter after his loss to Azuma, didn't you?
Definitely so. I read the letter many, many times. I still read it today when I go through my book, and it's very, very true.
Mate, you were a great loser. And I know that sounds dumb, but losing takes enormous character.
It's easy to win, it's hard to lose.
Absolutely, and you did it with a great deal of style, and I shall always admire you enormously for that.
He's here. Yeah. And thanks for joining us tonight. Glad to see you again, mate. Jeff, why don't you take a chair? Well, Jeff Fenech, you were born in Sydney on May 28th, 1964. You're the youngest of 6 children. When you're barely 1 year old, your father, Paul, who's a forklift driver, suffers a major heart attack. From that time on, he's in and out of hospital for the rest of his life. So your mother, Mary, is forced to work 3 jobs and feed 6 children. To this day, you remain proud of your mother's fighting spirit, and it's a spirit that you've inherited.
He's also have my hot blood.
It's your mum, Mary, sisters Rita and Veronica, and brothers Henry and Eric. Mary, has he always been hot-tempered?
Yes, he always been hot-tempered since he was a little boy. If he doesn't get what he wanted, he'll step his feet.
Is that right? Put his feet down and do something about it, huh?
Yeah.
Is that right, Jeff?
Mum's always right, that's right.
Henry, tell us, is there anything that Jeff has in common with his dad?
Yeah, he's a real fighter like Dad was when Dad was alive. You know, he fought for all of us, and Jeff fought for his country proud.
Thank you. Take a seat. Jeff, as a kid, it's not long before you get a name as a bit of a larrikin. At 10, you're stealing from local shopkeepers. By the age of 12, you're running a street gang called the Newtown Hoods. Then in high school, you forge a note asking the teachers to let you out early so you can do a newspaper run, right? True?
Yeah.
Yeah. In the note, you claim that the money you earn helps support the family.
That's not true. He spent the money on himself and also stole my newspapers.
Fellow paperboy and his mate of 25 years, Peter Matreski. How are you, Peter? Good to see you, mate. You well? So you guys are opposing newspaper boys, huh? That's where you first met?
That's right, yes.
Peter thought he was better than me because he sold more papers. He didn't realise that about 20 of his papers were missing before he left every day.
That all he stole from you?
Nah, he stole a few more girls as well.
Right.
Yeah, that's a lie, yes, he can't get a girl.
So did he ever pay you back?
Yeah, he's paid me back a million times over.
Peter, thanks for joining us tonight.
All I want to say, Jeff, I love you, mate.
Thanks, Peter. Jeff, another who's proud to call you one of their best mates is Con Spiropoulos. Con, tell us what's so special about this bloke.
He's good.
Yeah? What makes him so good, old mate? What's so good about him?
He's a good boxer.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And a good friend?
Good friend.
Yeah.
That's a stud.
A stud. Con, thanks very much, mate. Over here, Con. Over here, mate. Jeff, your street brawling eventually gets you into a bit of trouble with the law and you spend 2 months inside a juvenile detention centre. In 1979, at the age of 15, you're playing football and working as an apprentice bricklayer. In August that same year, you follow a friend to the local police boys club. It's a visit that will change your life forever, because there you meet your long-time trainer, mentor, and the man responsible for getting you off the streets and into the boxing ring, Johnny Lewis. Hey, Johnny. How are you, mate? Good, mate. Good, thank you. So, what did you think of this young bloke when he walked into the police boys club?
Well, it didn't take me long before I realised that there was something very special about Jeff Fenech, and he became very, very self-disciplined, and he had a God-given talent, and he worked hard on it, and he achieved so much, yes.
And what was that something special that he had?
I think, an inner strength that's unequalled. I think that, Jeff is a winner, and he typifies... I think that there's a message there for every young Australian that if they want something badly enough and they're prepared to roll the sleeves up, that's there for them.
And he worked for it?
My word, he did.
Yeah. And Jeff, you've always looked on Johnny as a bit of a surrogate father too, haven't you?
Yeah, always. I love Johnny and just so happy that he's here with me.
Yeah. Jeff, only 3 years after stepping into the ring, you're fighting for gold. At the 1984 Los Angeles Olympics, you're the red-hot tip to become our first Olympic gold medalist. But in a controversial decision, your stunning quarter-final victory is overturned. The first in Olympic history. It's to be one of your greatest disappointments. You quit the amateur ranks and turn professional. 200 days later, you're fighting world bantamweight Satoshi Shingaki for your first world title.
Fenech cut him loose. He stopped it. Fenech is the new world champion.
Jeff, at the age of 27, you're a multi-millionaire and a household name. But there's still something missing. A fourth world title in yet another weight division. Something only 5 other boxers in history have managed to achieve. So in June 1991, you fly to Las Vegas to take on world super featherweight champion Azuma Nelson. After 12 rounds, you, the crowd, and all of Australia are convinced you've won.
Azuma fighting from memory, but it's now history. What a fight!
But in one of the most controversial decisions in the history of boxing, the fight is declared a draw and Azuma Nelson retains his crown.
Oh, goodness, that is mind-boggling. And look at the reaction by Jeff Fenech.
Do you think it was a corrupt decision?
Without doubt. Yeah, I do. I think it was corrupt. I think it was a decision that was, maybe well planned.
By Mr. Don King, no doubt.
Good mate of yours, but...
Not a mate of mine.
Not a mate of mine either. But, like I said, it's all history now, and it's life, and it's past, and I'm a better person for it all. I've learnt a lot from my experiences, and that was certainly an experience that taught me a lot.
Yeah. Then in Melbourne, you fight Azuma Nelson a second time, but your spirit is broken. You lose after 8 rounds and later announce your retirement. But your Ghanaian adversary becomes a good mate, and tonight he sends you this message.
Hello, Jeff. How are you? Nice having a chance to talk to you again. I heard that you retired. I'm sorry about that. And, people say I'm old, but I'm still Rambo. I'm there waiting for you. Maybe in case you come back. I'll give you another chance. I like to fight. I love to fight good boxers like you. So, baby, take care and have a nice retirement.
29, in 1993, you're voted one of the 30 greatest boxers of all time. You join the ranks alongside Muhammad Ali, Sugar Ray Leonard, and your hero, Roberto Duran. But your personal life is in turmoil. You and Tanya, Beau's mother, finally separate. Then you're taken to court accused of punching a greengrocer and are acquitted. But perhaps your darkest hour is when you temporarily split with trainer Johnny Lewis. At the time, you said you cried yourself to sleep every night. Is that true?
Sure is.
Yeah? Because you and Johnny were that close?
Yeah, I think it's publicly known that I love John like any member of my family, and the time that we were apart was, most probably, the toughest of my life.
But you're back together and good mates now?
Happy again.
Father and son again, huh?
Not a problem.
But like many champions before you, you announce a comeback. You win the first 2 bouts, but in your third and last fight, your corner throws in the towel. You announce your final retirement. And over for good? No more?
No more.
No more. Jeff, throughout your career, you inspired true loyalty in all your fans. Our next guest is one of those dedicated supporters. He's a young man who spent his life fighting cerebral palsy. You first lift him into the ring, there he is, when he's 7 years old. And here he is again tonight, Julian Stewart. Hey, Julian. Julian, what has Jeff meant to you over the years?
Well, he's not only been a great friend to me, but he's inspired me so much. I don't think I'd be where I am today without the friendship of Jeff, and a lot of his determination has rubbed off on me. Another great thing he's done for me is give me an insight into boxing. I've always wanted to be a boxer, but unfortunately I can't. But he's done that for me. Thanks, Jeff. I love you.
Fantastic. Thanks, Julian. Thanks, mate. Jeff, a year ago, you announced your engagement to Susie Diliberto. And just recently, you and Susie celebrate the birth of your daughter, Kayla. Naturally, Susie wouldn't miss tonight. So here she is with her 2-year-old daughter Jessica and Kayla. Now, do you think you'll ever finally get to tie the knot with Jeff, do you think?
Well, just recently Jeff left to go overseas, and before he left he said, Susie, pick a date and surprise me. Well, Jeff, I've picked a date, and I'm just wondering if you'd still like to marry me. Is that yes?
Ladies and gentlemen, will you please welcome our marriage celebrants to Wesley Knox.
Hello, Susie. How are you? Thank you. First of all, Jeff, I ask you this question. Will you take Susie to be your wedded wife, to live together according to the law in matrimony? Will you love her, honour and keep her, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep only unto her so long as you both shall live?
Can you define the law? Yes.
And Susie, I ask you the same question. Will you take Jeff to be your wedded husband, to live together according to the law in matrimony? Will you love him, honour and keep him, in sickness and in health, and forsaking all others, keep only unto him so long as you both shall live?
I do.
Okay. Turn and face each other completely and take each other by both hands. And Jeff, can you just repeat after me? I, Jeff.
I, Jeff.
Take you, Susie.
Take you, Susie.
To be my wedded wife.
To be my wedded wife.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
For richer or for poorer.
For richer or for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
And to love and to cherish.
And to love and to cherish.
Susie, can you repeat after me? I, Susie.
I, Susie.
Take you, Jeff.
Take you, Jeff.
To be my wedded husband.
To be my wedded husband.
To have and to hold.
To have and to hold.
From this day forward.
From this day forward.
For better or for worse.
For better or for worse.
For richer or for poorer.
For richer or for poorer.
In sickness and in health.
In sickness and in health.
And to love and to cherish.
And to love and to cherish.
Thank you. That's it. Just keep holding hand to the rings. Not yet.
Snake that one in.
And you may kiss the bride.
Jeff and Susie, ladies and gentlemen. Jeff and Susie Fenech.
Congratulations. Jeff Fenech, this is your life.
Yes, let's hear that. Parla più piano e vede qui vicino a me. E il nostro amore lo viviamo io e te. Nessuno sa la verità.
While in Sydney, our guests choose to stay at the Hyatt Regency.